Do you want me to go? Okay. I did the unspeakable to you and Mark, and then I did it again on Thraxa. Words can't make up for something like that. I know forgiveness is earned, not asked for. So I'm not asking for it. But Debbie, I am sorry for the pain, the tears, the anger, the sorrow that I put you through. I am sorry for what I did to Mark, for what I did to everyone in Chicago, for abandoning Oliver. I am sorry for all of it, and I regret every moment that I will spend the rest of my life trying to repair the damage I did.
This can't be fixed, Nolan. There's no way back from where you are. You murdered people. You extinguished families. You spread misery to the people who loved you most. And now you show up here with some bullshit apology about to take my son to a war 1,000,000 miles away where he could die, and you think you can repair this?
Look, Nolan's return to Earth and seeing everybody again, it was just messy, man. It was just messy. Like somehow him apologizing and going up to the other planets that Vulturemites or himself conquered and or commit genocide in order to gain allies or just to dominate the planet. Somehow, some way, him apologizing worked out to where those other species forgive him, right? But here on Earth, that's not gonna work. That shit is patched. That whole saying I'm sorry, yes, that's showing growth, and that's of course something he wasn't doing before. But just saying that is not gonna work over here. Like there should be a counter for how many times Nolan apologized in this episode alone. Probably more than ever, right? But what has everyone been saying? Are you apologizing sincerely or are you apologizing for yourself because you need Mark or because you need a home? That could be it too. He doesn't have a home in the Viltrumite Empire anymore. So, like, after the war, where will Nolan go to? Maybe that's why you put so much emphasis into are you apologizing for yourself? That's why I think Mark mentioned it. And of course, Debbie mentioned it for sure. But now that I'm thinking about it, after this all over and done with, what would Nolan do? Let's say they win the war. What happens to Nolan? Where does he go? If he's not able to go back to Earth with his original family, with Debbie and Mark, and of course Oliver, if he can't do that, where can he go? Like, where can he call home? Especially if they're gonna plan to destroy his original home, right? Wow, that's something to think about. But let's dive deep into Debbie and Nolan's conversation because that was a moment right there. Like, other than the whole conquest fight, this was the moment of the episode. And I'm just gonna say this right now. Nolan tried everything. He put his best foot forward. I'll say that. He tried every type of tactic. Like he really put his feelings in the forefront. Like he wore his heart in his sleeve in that conversation. When he had that full on speech before Debbie said anything, it was probably weird for him to say all those things because it's probably the first time he really expressed himself ever. Like you have to remember, like this man is broken. Like this is a broken man we're talking about. So this is all new to him. So I'm not gonna lie, like so even though Debbie sees through the bullshit, well at least she thinks it's bullshit. I have to give Nolan credit. Like he said everything that he needed to say. And that shows growth. But the only thing he doesn't realize or doesn't understand fully is the impact, how trauma works. He has no clue how trauma works and how literally his presence is like a trigger, you know? Like you know how when people have trauma, there's certain things that triggers and brings those memories back. Like his presence alone is a trigger. So now when anybody sees him, all they could think about is that moment in season 1. Because you have to realize none of these characters ever fully healed from that moment. Like look at Art. Like look when he met up with his old buddy, which I have to say, like Art, he's the realest human in the whole universe. Like I swear everybody goes to him if they have issues. Like Debbie did it, Mark did it, of course now Nolan. But still, even though he kept it real, even though he kept his composure the whole time he was talking to Nolan, have you guys noticed once Nolan left, is like he finally was able to breathe some air. Like he finally felt safe when his presence disappeared.
And hey, if I survive the next few months, I'll let you fix this thing any way you like.
I dress heroes, Nolan.
Okay. Well, it was good to see you.
That's what trauma do. Like that's what it does. Same with Cecil. When he was like, this is the first time we didn't have a Vulturemite filled planet in the last 20 years. Like, even though Nolan been extremely helpful throughout the years, since there's not really anybody or hardly anybody that could really stop him from like taking over the planet, it's a big relief for him too. And that's why Nolan can't just apologize his way through this. And I don't know if there's a way for him to really come back from this. I don't know. Like, what do you think Nolan has to do to not be seen as like a trauma trigger for these characters? Because I really don't know. Of course, it's all going to start with him having to win the war and do some type of sacrifice in order to win the war, and Mark and Oliver acknowledging that. That's going to be the first step. But that's probably not going to be enough, because even if Mark and Oliver eventually vouch for him, them vouching is not going to heal the other humans and get rid of the trauma, right? So I truly don't know how Earth could become home for Nolan again. I seriously don't know. Okay, now the part about Oliver and his mother, we got to talk about that part, because yes, it's great that Nolan's opening up and talking about his feelings, but Jesus Christ, like, I don't know if he's being too honest or too open, or is he just saying whatever it takes to get his wife back and get Debbie back? Because when he just openly, like, no hesitation, just say straight up, like, yeah, I never loved Oliver's mother, you know, that was just like a fling, basically, like, I was just not in the right state of mind, and calling her a mistake.
Andressa was a mistake. I didn't know what I was doing. I love you, not her.
Do you realize how you sound? You think that telling me you didn't love Oliver's mother is supposed to make me feel better? It just makes me hate you more.
You're basically calling Oliver a mistake. Like, imagine if he heard that. Like, imagine he was in the house and he just heard that. And that's where I have to be in Debbie's side. Like, does Nolan not hear what he's saying sometimes? Like, he really believe that's gonna help his case? Like, come on, man. That's been patched in the Bad Boy Academy, like. And now that I think about it, like, Nolan is very conflicted, because it seems like he understands the trauma he placed on Oliver not being part of his life, and his only memory of Nolan is when he caused destruction, or when the Viltrum Empire like destroyed his planet, right? His father being taken away, of course. Like, Nolan understands that, like, okay, maybe I shouldn't be part of his life because I already caused enough damage, and my presence might just, you know, hurt him more. I don't know if it's because like he's thinking that him being there will cause Oliver just to remember all the bad stuff that happened in his planet. If that's the case, then if he understands that, then how can he not understand like Debbie, his old partner Art, and like everybody else not accepting his presence or him being back? Which is crazy, because the one person that actually wants to see him, Oliver, is the one he actually avoids, while everyone else who's wanting to avoid him is the one he's actually seeking out to see. Insane. And this is why, like, I don't know who's gonna teach him, but like, Nolan gonna need some emotional intelligence lessons. Like, I truly don't know how he could repair all of his relationships, because even Oliver's like frustrated and mad and don't even want to talk to him. So like, who's even on his side? Like, just Alan, your best buddy, I guess. And Alan is cool and all, but like, come on. Nolan would trade Alan in a heartbeat just to have a relationship with Debbie, Mark, and Oliver again. Like just having a relationship with Alan for the rest of your life, eternity. Like, come on. Like, yes, Alan is the MVP. He did a lot for the war, but you know, family is what keep a man's sanity. Let's just say that. But despite everything I said in this whole video, despite all of it, I still believe that Nolan is going to get Debbie back. I still believe it. It's going to happen. He's going to get his wife back. It might not be this season, but eventually. Eventually is going to happen. She already declared that she missed him too. She misses the old him, who he used to be. Man she loved is gone. She still thinks about him. There's going to be a lot of work that needs to be done. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of work that Nolan needs to do in order to get his family back. But it's possible. It's not a 0% chance. And I'm clinging on to it. I'm not going to lie. I'm clinging on to it. Like in terms of sports, like Paul is up 3-0 or 3-1, I should say. I'll give it 3-1 just because it's not like Debbie is having Paul's child, right? Like she's still raising like both of Nolan's children, and Nolan is about to be with the kids for like the next few months, which means that he could potentially win over Mark and Oliver again, potentially. And if that happens, that increases the chances of him winning over Debbie back, which I said before in one of my videos, we reunite the family unit. It might take a while. It might take a lot of work, especially seeing Debbie's reaction and her triggers this episode. That's going to be hard as hell, but it's going to happen. I believe in Nolan. I believe that he's a changed man and he's going to figure it out. He's going to find a way. Because once a man misses his wife, misses his woman, there's no stopping him. But we'll see. First things first, he's going to have to win over Oliver for sure. That's step one. And they did reveal in this episode that potentially Oliver might be mad at Nolan for more than just him not visiting him or coming to see him when he first appeared on Earth. I don't know what more of a reason there is. Maybe because he actually overheard Nolan calling his mother a mistake. It could possibly. I doubt it though. You let me know what's the deeper wound in that relationship. And you let me know what your chances, like what do you think is Nolan's chances into winning the people back? His family, I don't know about winning Earth back in terms of Earth accepting him. But the chances of him winning his family, is there any chance at all? Like you let me know in the comment section if there is a chance, like what is the percentage? Is it a 0% chance? Oh, you can also let me know. You think it's a 0% chance that he could make Earth his home again? And if not, then how much of a chance does he have? And if you have an ideas, like what do you think Nolan has to do to win his family back over to his side or believe in him or trust him? As well as if you do think there's a chance for him to earn the respect or the trust from the people of Earth, what does he have to do in order to achieve that again? There's gonna have to be some crazy sacrifice. Like Viltrumites are literally on Earth and he's like the last one standing, like protecting everything. It has to be something like that, I swear. But if there's any other ways, like you let me know what you think Nolan could do. Because if he pulls this off, this is one of the greatest comeback stories of all time for a character. From heroic to traumatic to back to heroic, like that's unheard of, especially on the level that he's doing it. So yeah, you let me know in the comment section down below your thoughts, your opinions about Nolan and his relationships with everybody. I can't wait to see what happens next. Seriously, especially with Mark. If you know, you know. Watch my last video about that. So yeah, let's have a discussion in the comment section down below. Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.